Following in the footsteps of names like the late Christopher Reeve and Brandon Routh, Henry Cavill debuted as Superman in 2013. Starring in the DC Extended Universe launching Man of Steel, this take on Kal-El was quite different from his predecessors. His more thoughtful, somber Superman occupied a dark, moody world, but that didn't turn all DC fans away. Many came to love Cavill's approach to the character, which is why he continued to appear in the DCEU in future films. In the wake of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and both cuts of Justice League, Cavill's version of Superman wound up in limbo. Fans couldn't help but wonder if his run was over as the DCEU struggled to find its footing. Then came 2022's Black Adam, where Cavill got one more crack at the part in a post-credit sequence. One would have to imagine that this was a sign he was back for the long haul. However, as we learned on December 14th, 2022, this won't be the case, as a new Superman-centric film is developed. There's certainly an argument to be made that Henry Cavill never got his proper due as Superman, and should continue as the legendary DC hero on the silver screen. However, it's important to face the facts. Recasting Superman is the best way to go at this stage in the game. In October 2022, James Gunn and Peter Safran were announced as the leaders of a new division of Warner Bros. Discovery called DC Studios. The goal of this group is to ensure continuity and consistent quality across most DC Comics-based films and television projects. If Gunn and Safran want to keep the DCU in order, they must come to accept the fact that with continuity issues, retcons, and more, it's past the point of fixing. Therefore, scrapping everything and starting fresh is their best move. This means letting Henry Cavill go in favor of a new Superman actor. After all, Superman isn't just some minor player, he's Superman. If they really want to convince fans they're entering a new and improved era of DC media, it would be counterproductive to bring back the previous version of their tentpole character to lead the charge. Besides, it also puts an end to this strange and frustrating limbo Henry Cavill's Superman has been trapped in for years now. Even though it's best for him to leave the role behind, there's no denying how much Henry Cavill loves Superman. He went above and beyond to be the best version of the Man of Steel that he could. And if the DCU wasn't in the process of a soft reboot, he could easily remain. Unfortunately, due to no faults of his own, Cavill's portrayal just has too much baggage for him to carry on under Gunn and Safran.
Now the cameras are waiting at your ship for the world to see the holes in the holy. Yes, the Almighty comes clean about how dirty he is when it counts.
Most of the films he's appeared in have proven critically divisive, namely Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Many also stem from the now-defunct Snyderverse, a string of DCEU entries tied to director Zack Snyder that, according to Collider, Warner Bros. Discovery has tried to distance itself from in recent years. The Justice League CGI upper lip debacle and dead-end Black Adam cameo didn't help either. So is Henry Cavill destined to never play Superman again? Maybe, but as comic book media has proven over the years, it's smart to never say never. From Michael Keaton as Batman to Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, legacy actors returning to their superhero roles is far from uncommon. Once enough time passes, the DCU finds its groove with a new Superman, and a narrative opportunity arises, perhaps Cavill could return to play the same version of the beloved hero we've come to recognize, or one from another timeline. Then again, with Cavill no longer playing the main DCU Superman, that does free him up to take on another role in the canon. In fact, the same day his Superman departure was announced, James Gunn mentioned on Twitter, "We just had a great meeting with Henry, and we're big fans, and we talked about a number of exciting possibilities to work together in the future."
I have so many questions.
Could he be a member of the Green Lantern Corps? Bizarro? Batmite? Time will tell, but hopefully, he'll get to sink his teeth into a new DC role down the line.